Hello, my name is Lynn Rebar. I'm the Director of Graduate Admission here at Point Park University. I want to welcome everyone to our virtual open house today, which focuses on the graduate programs in the Roland School of Business. I've been with Point Park since 2003, and it's a pleasure to be part of an institution that has so many career-focused degrees for working adults who are looking to develop themselves both personally and professionally, and we're going to focus on several of those today. We are fortunate to have with us the experts on these programs from the Office of Graduate Admission and from the School of Business. So I want to welcome Mr. Tom Higgins, the Assistant Director of Graduate Admission, who is the admissions counselor for this program. He will be going through talking about graduate school at Point Park in general, what makes it special, as well as the admissions process, and a little bit about how to pay for your degree, how to make it affordable, the investment that your degree is. And then we also have two of our wonderful colleagues from the School of Business, Dr. Arch Maharaja, who is the Graduate Program Director in the School of Business, and also Ms. Sally Polney, who is the Graduate Student Support Specialist. If you do enroll in one of these programs, all three of these people will be working with you to get you admitted, enrolled, settled in, registered for classes, and they're, like everyone at Point Park, they're really devoted to student success, and they're a huge part of what makes our program special. So once again, thanks to everyone for joining us here today, whether you're here with us now or on video later. And we do have a presentation covering all of the things that I just mentioned. So at this point, I think I will turn things over to Tom to begin to talk about the programs.
Thanks very much, Lynn, and thanks everybody who's able to join us today. Hopefully this little presentation we have is very helpful for you. And if you have any questions or comments, anything like that, this is a great time to ask us. We'd be happy to answer them for you. So as Lynn mentioned, my name's Tom. I'm the Assistant Director in the Office of Graduate Admission. And I work directly with the graduate programs in the Roland School of Business, which includes a couple different programs, including our M.B.A. program and our Information Systems and Business Analytics program. So if you have any questions at all about, about these programs or about the admissions process for these programs, you can feel free to reach out to me directly anytime, and I'd be more than happy to help. So just kind of to give you, to start by giving you an overview, kind of like the big picture of some of the benefits at the Roland School of Business graduate programs we have at Point Park. Something that we really focus on with all of our graduate programs is the small class sizes. Typically, in most of our grad programs, the class size is usually less than 20 people. And that really gives you a good chance to, get some one-on-one time with your professor and your classmates as well, and just kind of make it, a more personal experience for you. I know that Dr. Rajraha could speak to this himself. We have some very experienced faculty in the Roland School of Business that are really dedicated to your success. Our faculty are really excellent, and a lot of our faculty, they either have a lot of prior experience in the subject that they're teaching about, or a lot of the time they are still currently involved. They may still be working in that field in some regard. So they'll have the most current information for you, and like I already said, they're just very dedicated to giving you the most up-to-date and professional information. And I know, like, our students, I'm always hearing really positive things from our students about the great experiences they have with our faculty here at Point Park. So that's definitely like across all of our graduate programs, but definitely in the Roland School of Business, our faculty are definitely a really positive point of our grad programs. So our university is located in downtown Pittsburgh, which is a very convenient location for a lot of people. It's an urban campus. It's accessible by a lot of public transit, and it's really close to a lot of the large employers in Pittsburgh, which is very attractive to a lot of people. As far as class scheduling, we have a pretty flexible class schedule at Point Park University, and our graduate programs, we try to gear things towards people who are working full time. So it can be pretty flexible. All of the classes are in the evening, and like I said, that's kind of geared towards people who may be working full time during the day, so that they can still do the classes in the evening. We offer, usually some form of assistantships, like graduate assistantships. I know there actually was one just recently listed for the coming spring semester in the School of Business. And that's something you can definitely keep an eye on, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later as well. Um, we also have a graduate student association, which can be a really good opportunity to network with other graduate students, not only within the School of Business, but kind of outside of the School of Business as well, with students who may be in completely different programs. I hear really positive things from students who get involved with the GSA as well. So I think that's a really great support system that our graduate students can offer. And the Roland School of Business it's accredited by the International Accreditation Council for Business Education, which is just a really positive thing that we like to emphasize. And we also offer a lifetime assistance from our Professional Career Readiness Center, and they can help you with a number of different things. Including, not only like kind of a job search after you graduate, but also kind of preparing your resume, and other kinds of professional development and things like that. So those are definitely some general resources you can take advantage of. And like I said, these are just kind of some of the big picture things that we like to offer here at Point Park University, kind of on a big picture. So I just want to touch a little bit on the admissions process as well. So since I mentioned, I'm the admissions counselor who works with these programs. This is kind of my area of expertise. And if you end up applying, I'll help you directly through this process. So you can submit an application online. There's no fee to do so. And we also have rolling admissions at Point Park University. So there's not an admission deadline or anything you need to worry about like that. I always tell people it's nice to give yourself at least, like a couple of days or a week before the semester starts, if you're going up to the last minute, just to give yourself some time to, set your class schedule, figure out financial aid and things like that. But it is nice to not have to worry about a deadline as well. So in addition to submitting the application, we'll need a few other documents from you as well, including official transcripts from any other schools that you've been to, a one-page statement of purpose, just kind of talking about, why you're interested in kind of pursuing this program and how it might tie into your professional experience, a current resume, and 2 letters of recommendation. Those can be, we prefer for at least one of them to be academic, but they can also be professional recommendations as well. And I have up on the screen here, you can send any of those documents to the grad admissions email address. You don't have to have all of these documents ready to go as soon as you apply. You could send in, say you have some of these things, but not all of them. You can send in an application today, and then send us your transcripts or your letters of recommendation later as you get them. Obviously, just as long as we get them before the deadline for the semester. And usually once we get your completed application, it's generally a pretty quick process. Once I have all your documents, we'll work with the department to get an admissions decision. And usually that happens within a few days. So if you have all of your documents kind of ready to go and you're ready to apply, you could have an admissions decision really quickly. And again, I kind of am going over this just kind of quickly, just kind of in a general sense. But if you ever have any questions about what might be acceptable for kind of document to send in, or, where do I send them, or just anything about the application process in general, you can feel free to reach out to me directly, or to that email address that's up on the screen, and we'll get back to you. Our office is here as a resource for people kind of going through the application process. And this slide just kind of touches a little bit on financial aid. We do have a really great financial aid office that can also give you a lot more details about some of this stuff if you're interested. But just to touch on it and give you a general idea, we do have a lot of different options for financial aid for people who are in our graduate programs. I always encourage people to fill out the FAFSA, even if you're not sure if you might use it or not, because it just helps you get a picture of what kind of aid you might be eligible for. And I mentioned the graduate assistantships earlier in the presentation. Those are a great form of financial aid, and the availability for those kind of changes every semester. But I definitely encourage you, if it's something you're interested in, to check the careers page on Point Park's website, and it'll show you like the current assistantships that are available and what the requirements for them are to apply. So that's a good way to get up-to-date info, because that can change every semester as far as like how many assistantships each school might have or something. There are also some different kinds of scholarships that are available for grad students. We can also, the financial aid office can also work with you to set up payment plans and employer reimbursement. I mean, this is something that may happen through your employer, but it's something that we, like our graduate students take advantage of often. So if that's something your employer offers, it's definitely something we could work with you on making it happen. And then we also do offer, like tuition discount programs and also directly loans through our financial aid office. So again, I just wanted to kind of touch on this really quickly, just to give you an idea of kind of some of the options that are out there. And if you ever want some more details on any of these, you can reach out to us and learn a lot more. But I guess the kind of the point I want to get across is just that there are lots of options that are out there for you. So if you're curious about something, just let us know and we'll let you know. All right, so now that we've kind of gone through, I gave you kind of a big picture idea of Point Park University, and we talked about the admissions process and financial aid. Now I'd like to, kind of get into the details for these programs a bit more. And maybe at this point we can loop in our wonderful faculty that we have on with us, Dr. Maharaja and Sally Polney, who's our graduate student support specialist, to kind of maybe talk us through some of the finer points of the program, like the class schedules and some of the classes that you might actually be taking here. So I guess, like, as far as the class schedules, so these programs both are 36 credits long. So just to give you an idea here of like how long it might take you, if you go full time, it should take you 4 semesters to complete. And you could be taking courses, 2 to 3 days a week, just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. And some of like the online formats for the M.B.A. courses have like a 15-week format for those. So if you do go full time, that's kind of just like a kind of a general look at like what your schedule might be like. And if you choose to take a part-time course load, which a lot of people do, it should take you roughly about 6 semesters if we're splitting up those 36 credits. And then you'll be taking courses, 1 to 2 days per week. And we do have the online format as well. So in addition to having the flexible schedules for the on-ground classes, the M.B.A. program also does have a fully online option, which I like to mention to people. It's not the course requirements are not different from the on-ground version of the M.B.A. program. So that could be another option for you as well. If you're not sure if coming on campus all the time might work for you, we do have online options as well. So yeah, so that's just kind of a highlight of some of our flexible class options and what the timeline might look like. So I think now, I kind of said this on the last slide, but I think now I'll turn it over to Dr. Maharaja, just to kind of give a perspective on the M.B.A. program and what it looks like and some of the courses that you might take. So Dr. Maharaja, go ahead.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks, Sally, and thanks, Lynn. Thanks for everyone to join us. We really appreciate your time and interest in Point Park's Roland School of Business graduate programs. Right now, we are talking about just the MBA and Master of Information System, Business Analytics. So as Tom said, MBA is a 36 credit program. You see the core classes offered here. Among the core classes, as well as the concentration classes, one of the philosophy we have is to make sure we have a good balance of qualitative and a quantitative classes. Meaning, for example, here we have accounting for managers, we have corporate finance, quantitative method, managerial economics. Those are quantitative classes, as well as we have qualitative, global environment of business, legal environment, marketing, organizational behavior. So it supports really educational growth of a student, as well as the most relevant theory as well as applications which are needed for a student to go in the business world. As Tom mentioned correctly, that some of our faculty members are traditional, coming from education side, and some of our faculty members also come from the real world experience. Not to say that even the faculty members who come from education side, they also have some industry experience, or they continuously collaborate and consult with the businesses. So they still also have the practical experience. So what we tend to teach in the classes is some part will be theoretical, and then we challenge our students to apply the knowledge they are learning in the real world, so that they are ready to go out and meet the challenges of the business world. So if we can go to next slide, Tom, please. So here are the concentrations within the M.B.A. These are the most relevant and most widely, career-oriented business concentrations that we have. Business analytics, engineering, global supply chain, health systems, international business, management information systems, sports, arts, entertainment. As you may see, in Pittsburgh and surrounding communities, jobs are out there in practically all of these concentrations. And if you don't know which concentration to pick, right now at the application time, you can pick the best one of the 8 which meets your need or which you may have interest. And myself and Sally or any other faculty member are always here to help you to kind of go through the concentrations and what do they offer, which ones are the classes, and what do we see out there. For example, right now, business analytics is one of the hottest topics out there because we are in information age. In Pittsburgh and surrounding counties, most number of the people employed are in health systems. So those are some of the concentrations that which may, you may want to look at it. You can do one concentration or you can do double concentration. And Sally and I can work with you and what are the benefits and how you can manage it, how you can do it. Some of these concentration classes are offered only during the summer. So we really have to be very careful in scheduling what classes you take, as well as the business analytics, because business analytic concentration has specific classes and we offer only once a year. So one has to manage the scheduling of classes. And Sally and I are always happy to help you with that. So I think that's in summary about M.B.A. program. And then if we can go to next slide with MIS. So Master of Science in Information System and Business Analytics is one of our newer graduate program which we launched just prior to COVID. It is very highly quantitative and highly technical program. At the same time, great deal of opportunities are out there. As you can see, the classes which we are offering, and this classes, the program is designed between the 2 different departments. One is the engineering management department, which is coming out of arts and science school, and rest is coming out of the Roland School of Business. So we took the opportunity to combine the assets we have, experienced faculty, different opportunities that students may take advantage of. So we combine the classes from engineering management as well as the business side, business analytics and MIS classes. So we hope you guys can take advantage of this program, depending on your interest. Okay. Anything else? Sally, did I miss anything else?
No, I think you covered everything there.
Okay, great. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Maharaja. And yeah, either of you can feel free to jump in here as well. So this slide, I just wanted to put together, there's a much longer list of some of the alumni from our programs on our website, if anybody would ever be interested in checking it out. But I just wanted to kind of highlight here, some of the different things that some of the graduates of our program do, both locally and beyond. There's really a wide range of different things that we see people going on to do after completing some of our programs. And some of them are we just sometimes hear some really positive feedback from both people who are currently in the program and people who've graduated from the program about how helpful it was in advancing their careers. And it's just really exciting to kind of see all of the different things that people are able to do, after completing our graduate programs. It's something that we take a lot of pride in, is our wonderful alumni. As far as the presentation and information we wanted to share with you, that's pretty much it. Like I said, a lot of this is kind of like a big picture, general view of these programs, but hopefully it was helpful for you if you're thinking about applying for one of our programs. If you think you may want to apply, or you just want some more details or have some more questions, I've put all of our contact information up on the screen. And you can feel free to reach out to any of us pretty much anytime, and we'd be happy to get back to you. And we hope that you do so. We're always willing to, talk to and work with people who might be interested in our programs. So, is there anything else that anybody else wanted to add before we wrap things up here?
No, Tom, thank you very much for organizing this. And as you have said, all of us are ready and willing to help students realize their dreams. And that's what this is all about. Thank you.
Of course, thank you all so much. Yeah, and I guess with that, we can wrap it up.
Sounds good. Thanks again, Tom. Thank you, Dr. Maharaja. Thank you so much, Sally, for joining us today. And as Tom said, please feel free to reach out if you're watching this and have any additional questions. We'll be happy to help. Thanks, everyone, and hope you have a great day.